Okay, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Please hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell at the top so you always know when I got a video coming. I know I've been doing some shorts and I'm still doing these full reviews. I hope you like both, so stick with the channel and subscribe, tell your friends about it. I'm going to keep doing the content. Leave me some comments down below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you want to see more of. And let's get right to it. We got some really great figures this year. We got the convention basically exclusive without a convention. Wampa. I know this looks like it's cool reflective packaging. You could barely see it because of the way the light reflects off it. Super cool. The Wampa's totally updated. Doesn't have the blood coming out of his mouth. I got a full review on that. We got the Chewbacca update with the new face sculpt, which looks fantastic. And he comes with the break apart C3PO in the net, which was awesome. We got a Luke Skywalker in Dagobah training with like a complete with Yoda in the backpack, which is super cool, right? And he's actually the appropriate size. And that face sculpt, let me remind you again, looks awesome. I could not stand him on his hand. You can check out that video. We got the Bespin Luke Skywalker, which I think is super cool also, with an updated head sculpt. I think that looks fantastic. And then we got this Rebel Soldier, and he came with a backpack that has an alternate face. So if you have more than one, you can set up a whole slew of guys that just do not look the same, which was a really cool feature for a $20 figure. Then, of course, out of nowhere, right, we get this Jedi Luke. He was a Walmart exclusive. He's got this nice cloth cape. He's got this awesome under garment piece that we didn't actually get on the original one. And he does not have the black gloved hand that we had in the previous version. So this is actually a really cool piece. This would have been the Jedi Knight that showed up at Jabba's palace. So this is a segue actually into the Return of the Jedi, right? Let me get that out of the way, which is kind of interesting because we're still in the 40th year of Empire Strikes Back, and we're still a couple of years away from the Return of the Jedi. But lo and behold, what happens is we get a release of Han, Luke, and Leia on Endor from Return of the Jedi. Now, isn't that something? That is actually super cool. So these three came today, and what I'd like to do is just start with Leia here on the left. Let's open it up and do a full review, and then we'll do another review on Luke, and then we'll follow it up with the Han Solo. So let's take a look at this figure and see what we have been missing all this time. Let's talk about Princess Leia and her Endor outfit. It looks really good. And I actually thought about making a custom of this figure probably around 6-7 months ago. I was actually going to make a, so this is actually an interesting story about this figure, or not this figure, but about the Endor Leia. I wanted to make a custom of this, and I almost did it, and I wish I would have now. I was going to take this head from Leia, the one from the Hoth outfit, and I was going to put it on that Jyn Erso, the one in the rain gear, and that's how I was going to make my Endor Leia. But I never got around to it because I couldn't find another Hoth Leia at a reasonable price. So anyways, this is the coolest thing about these figures. These pictures kind of line up with each other. If you look at it, the picture ends here. Partially the next image, because you can see if you only had Leia, you would be trying to guess who that is. But with that glove, you got a pretty good idea that that's Luke Skywalker, and that's exactly who it is there. So let's open this figure up and take a closer look at it. Okay, so we got the Endor Leia out of the box, and right away she's got her blaster, which is her standard kind of narrower longer barreled blaster, and I think it looks really good. It's a nice piece for the figure, and she's got her Endor her Endor camouflage on, which is actually kind of nice. I do like the way that they pin these hoods down in the back, especially if you're just going to display them. I don't think there'd ever be a time that I actually want to put this hood over the head, so I'm kind of glad it's like that. This belt is loose, which is kind of nice, right? And she's got that nice light blue with the stripe on the side, and she's got her boots on, and she's got her helmet, the helmet that, you know, the entire team wore down on Endor. And this helmet right here just has like a little piece on the side, and you can pull it off fairly easily. It comes down around very nicely, and it's very snug, but it comes off and it reveals basically, you know, her hairdo that she had on Endor, at least until we get to the Ewoks where she had that longer, those braids coming down. But if you look closely, I mean, it's got some characteristics where you could say, yeah, that's Carrie Fisher. I think it looks pretty decent, and especially with the gear on. So what I like to do is take this piece off, and it just kind of opens up in the back, so it's kind of really easy to get off, and it's wrapped around this belt, and we just have to find that clasp for the belt so we can get that off. And it's just right here behind this pouch. So I'm glad I was just tugging on it nicely. It's got that little piece that comes off. This will easily come out, so that comes off, and you can just lay that aside. And she's got her briefing room outfit from Return of the Jedi, right? So I think the figure looks pretty good. I think it's actually a really nice representation. This, of course, is the original Kenner figure with the removable helmet. It's got a very similar hair pattern on the back, and the helmet goes on. And she's got her camouflage cape, and it's got the same belt tied into the camouflage cape. So I think if you looked at the two, the only difference is these pants are blue, those pants are brown. This one has a stripe. This one does not. Lift that up. Of course, this is more tan, and this has got the olive in there. So that's about how it would compare to the vintage figure. Let's set that off to the side. So okay, so with the Leia figure, one of the other things that I'd like to point out that I've been very happy with so far is I do like the arm movement. It's pretty decent. I do like the head movement. It's got some nice side-to-side tilt. Forward and backward movement is fine. But the major thing I like is that these are not just on some other body. This is pinless technology, so I think that's a total upgrade, right? And just look at that. The joints seem to move much better and have that little swivel right in there, which is awesome. And the arm, right? No pins in that arm, which make it look fantastic. So I think just the look of the figure is great. I love that pinless technology. I hope that they just continue to use that when they're coming out with figures. And I think it goes really well with this. So I think it's really great. So let's get it all geared. Let's get this figure all geared up. We'll stand her next to Leia. And so I got the vintage Kenner Leia Endor, and it's nearly complete. I don't have the weapons, but if anybody has one they want to send to me. Anyways, I'm just messing around. Nobody needs to send me anything. So I got the Endor Leia, which I think is fantastic. That's Return of the Jedi. I got the Bosch Bounty Hunter Disguise Leia. This is, of course, the older version, so I'm hoping that in 2 years, when they start doing the 40th anniversary, we get the Bosch Leia with a face sculpt upgrade. But as it stands on my shelf, it doesn't really matter because she's always in Bounty Hunter disguise, right? We got the Bespin outfit Leia, which came out with the Bespin hand, but basically this is updated face sculpt with the nice hairdo. And then, of course, you got Hoth Leia, so already I'm seeing a trend here in movie 2. She gets 2 different outfits. In movie 3, she's got so far 2 different outfits. And in movie 1, she basically had the big white dress. So that's the Star Wars. Oh, wait a minute. I got one more here. And this is the still in the box Princess Leia, basically slave outfit. So that's 3 outfits for movie 3, 2 outfits for movie 2, and 1 for movie 1. Anyways, so this is all about the Endor Leia. I think it looks really good. It looks fantastic with the other Endor figures, and I can't wait to open them up and show them off to you guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, come back for more.